Right now, somewhere, someone's face is turning red, and they have absolutely no control over it. Of every species on Earth, humans are the only ones known to do this. Not apes, not dogs, just us. A blush starts in your brain, not your face. The moment you feel embarrassed, your nervous system fires an emergency signal. That signal tells the blood vessels in your face and only your face to widen. More blood flows in and your skin turns visibly red. Facial skin has more of these small blood vessels sitting closer to the surface than almost anywhere else on your body. That's why the blush shows up on your face first and fastest. Here's the strange part: you cannot blush on command, and you cannot stop one once it starts. It's one of the only facial expressions your conscious brain doesn't control. Charles Darwin was fascinated by this. In 1872, he called blushing the most peculiar and most human of all expressions. This creates a real puzzle. Blushing makes your embarrassment visible to everyone around you, right when you would least want anyone to notice. So, why would evolution keep a trait that seems to work against you? Researchers think the answer is it doesn't work against you, it works for the group. A blush is what scientists call an honest signal, a message you physically cannot fake. And because it can't be faked, other people trust it instantly. When you blush after a mistake, it silently tells the people around you, I know I broke a social rule and I care that I did. Studies have found that people who blush after an embarrassing mistake are consistently rated as more trustworthy and more likable than people who show no reaction at all. Long before science explained it, writers and poets already knew blushing meant something. In centuries of literature, a blushing character almost always signals honesty, modesty, or hidden feelings. In Victorian era Britain, blushing was considered proof of good moral character. Some etiquette books even claimed a person who never blushed couldn't be fully trusted. Different cultures have treated the blush differently. Some prize it as charming, others see it as a private moment that shouldn't be pointed out, but almost none see it as meaningless. One of the most convincing clues that blushing is truly built in, not learned by watching others, comes from an unexpected place: people who have been blind since birth. Researchers studying congenitally blind individuals, people who have never once seen a face blush, found they blush in the exact same social situations as everyone else. That single finding matters enormously. It means blushing isn't copied behavior, it's hardwired, written into human biology long before any of us learned to imitate a face. Psychologists studying group behavior found something else striking. Groups that include people who visibly blush after a mistake tend to cooperate better and forgive faster than groups where no one shows any reaction at all. In other words, the blush may be one of the oldest social glues we have, a built in apology that arrives before you've said a single word. It also explains why a blush spreads beyond the cheeks. In stronger reactions, the redness can move down the neck and even across the upper chest, a bigger, harder to miss version of the same honest signal. Modern life has changed a lot since this trait evolved, but the blush hasn't gone anywhere. It still shows up in job interviews, first dates, and classrooms. Video calls introduce something new entirely. For the first time in human history, people can watch themselves blush in real time on their own screen, which researchers have found can actually make the blushing worse. Social media created a strange twist too. People now blush over things that will never see them blush back. A screen has no face to read the signal at all. Even so, in face to face life, the effect hasn't weakened at all. A visible blush today still makes people trust you faster than almost any other social cue we know of. Not everyone blushes equally. Some people flush easily and often. Others almost never visibly blush at all, even when they feel just as embarrassed underneath. Genetics, skin tone, and even how many blood vessels sit close to the skin surface all play a role in how visible a blush becomes. On the extreme end, some people develop erythrophobia, an intense fear of blushing itself, which can spiral into avoiding social situations altogether just to prevent the reaction from happening. But for the vast majority of us, an occasional red face isn't something to hide from. It's one of the oldest, most human signals we have, proof that we are paying attention to each other at all. So the next time your face turns red without your permission, remember, it's not a malfunction. It's one of the oldest, most honest things a human body can say without ever saying a word. If forgotten reasons like this fascinate you, this channel digs up one every week. Subscribe, and next time we'll ask why yawning is contagious, even when you're just reading about it.